Here in the desert, everything is exposed. It's just so real. You can't turn around and go somewhere else and pretend you didn't see it. Pahrump is not one of those places that you move to if you want everything all set up and established. It's still, you know, pretty basic, and a lot of the mentality, the people that move out here move out for a simpler, you know, style of living.
It's an unincorporated town, and there really are very few rules and regulations. It's a good place to go if you don't really want to live by the book.
The church started in somebody's home. It was over 20 years ago. Everything here has been a labor of love. The landscaping, some of the church furnishings were all built by some of the people here in the church. I call it a smorgasbord. We have a smorgasbord of people here. Some are retirees, some grew up on the East Coast. We have a couple families, so we have like 7 children right now. For the first few years of St. Martin's, a lot of it were snowbirds, people that just used to come, you know, to Pahrump in the wintertime, and then they go back east. So it's just a really nice mix of people, and it makes the atmosphere and the environment, you know, welcoming, I think.
It's a two-sided community. There's a part of it that is very strong as a community, but there's also a part of it that's very, very troubled. We have a lot of poverty. We have an unemployment rate of 19%, and it's been that way for 3 years. We have a lot of people who have no source of income whatsoever.
For years, we used to think, you know, we're just too small, you know, what can we do? And, you know, because we didn't have the people here, and a light bulb went off and said, oh, okay, you know, there's a lot of things out there that are started and could use some more support. We just keep aware of what the needs are, always on the lookout for ways to support other endeavors and work together with people in the community.
The connection between St. Martin's in the desert and No to Abuse is very, very strong, and it has a very long history. No to Abuse has been the beneficiary of funds, volunteer work, and other kinds of gifts from St. Martin's, and we see about 500 families a year. The typical family that we see has an income of about $800 a month. The adults in the family are meth addicts and or abuse other drugs. There's a lot of illness in the family. There is a lot of dysfunction. So we have adult-to-adult domestic violence, and we have the children in the family being caught up in the domestic violence, either as witnesses or as victims themselves.
We live in a world with a multitude of choices. Choices that sound good, but lead us nowhere in the end. I care about people, and I care about the community, and Pahrump is one of those communities that there's a lot of people that need a lot of support, and all of us working together, not just me, you know, the priest at St. Martin's, but everyone here has a role to play. So we try to do a little bit in the different age groups. Been doing the teen night in collaboration with the Night Communities Coalition. Some of the funding is from them and some from St. Martin's. It's just a once a month activity that we do for the teens in the community.
I think it's important to note that the Episcopal Church is currently very focused on moving outside its 4 walls and into the community to help people in their spiritual growth and to help people feel connected, to be part of a community. That's critical, to be part of a community. Working in a small town like this is very, very wonderful because you do have the opportunity of walking into a crowd and bringing Christ with you and seeing the effect that Christ has on that group.
I think people see us out there doing things and just want to come and be a part of it. We've learned to just accept the pace of growth in the desert. I think it forces us to be more creative, and it forces us to think more outside the box. It's so basic that you really have to have your eyes open, your ears open to see what's blooming out there, what's going on out there, because there's life out here in the desert, and that's what you discover.